Train 262 Heavy, wind calm, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, previous departure, Heavy 777.
Welcome aboard our Avro 730. It is, well, we're right on top of the gauges again, but we'll get to sorting that out here in a minute. This was the planned Mach 3 replacement to the V-bombers. I think we've done almost all of the V-bombers. This was supposed to be the replacement. Wicked looking aircraft, isn't it? It was supposed to maintain Mach 2.5 at 60,000 feet with a Mach 3 dash. So as it came over the, oh my goodness, I don't know if we're going to have enough runway for this, but we'll, is that runway longer? No, that one, runway's no longer, it is not longer. Barstow Air Base somewhere. It was the first air base in the list that I saw, and I probably should have gone to London, but whatever. Design requirements released in 1954, it was cancelled in 1959, and yeah, it's just weird. It has a tail first design, as is quite evident by the big tail right there at the beginning. It was designed to reduce trim drag and increase lift at low speed. Of course, this wasn't supposed to be a low-speed aircraft for very long. The long, thin fuselage and high finesse ratio, which is the ratio of length of body to the maximum width, which is not much of a maximum width. Look at those wings; they're not very wide at all. So it has a high finesse ratio. There's no conventional canopy fitted, as you can see. There's no canopy whatsoever. In fact, the cockpit, we'll go into the cockpit here, actually would have side windows like that. It would not have front windows. In fact, it had two retractable periscopes used for takeoff and landing. Can you imagine that? You fly looking out the side window and you use periscopes like a submariner to take off and land. Is that not crazy? Let's see what kind of flap we have. We have some flap. Wow, we have a lot more flap than we thought we were going to have. That's pretty impressive. Alright. Now let's get in the cockpit here. Slide back in our cockpit. There we go. We actually apparently sit in the middle of the cockpit, which is an odd position to sit if you ask me, but alright. Okay, let's stand on our brakes. And let's bring the 8 Armstrong Sidney P176 engines up to throttle, producing 9,700 pounds of thrust each, all 8 of them. Is that not amazing? Alright, releasing brakes. Here we go. We have a roof, apparently. I don't think that's accurate. Oh, there goes those afterburners. Here she comes. Isn't that no? I mean, it looks like it should be a rocket ship. Okay, the wheels are dirt. I think we can all agree on that right now. There she goes. Pull those flaps in all the way. Look at that. I mean, are you kidding me? That thing does not look 1954. Are you kidding me? It looks like it should be like the space plane of today. I mean, this should be like Britain's answer to the space shuttle. I mean, it looks like it. It looks the part. It does not look. I mean, again, 1950s tech. If we think about all the 1950s aircraft we've looked at, I mean, we've got stuff like this, the SR-71. The Concorde would have come off of this, so in the 1960s. Just the tech was ridiculously amazing in terms of looking futuristic. Alright. We are going, I don't know how fast we're going. I don't know where we are. We're going to throttle down. back over on her belly properly. Alright, throttling down. I think our airspeed has crossed the 1,000-mile-an-hour mark. That's fine. We're just going to lope a little bit here. Again, Mach 3 top speed, range of 5,754 miles. She was designed to be a high-speed dash bomber, nuclear bomber into Soviet Russia. Of course, we've discussed before with the XB-70 and the B-1 how that ended up being a bad idea. Unlike it with the B-1, where we went from B-1A at Mach 3 high altitude to B-1B, which was fast, but not super fast, and low altitude, Britain just canceled the 730. And, you know, I'm kind of really bummed about that. I mean, this thing is just, again, would not think bomber. I would think, okay, we've taken off, time to light the rockets and go to space! I mean, it's like, yeah, it's just amazing looking. So let's go through our keys. Shift 1 is a really big GPS. Shift 2 is a really big, what is that? Oh, autopilot. Shift 3 is a really big radio stack, and 4 is a something. And 5 is a, oh, so 4 is supposed to be radar. Doesn't really work completely, but that's okay. Alright, so our current problem is we are at an unknown altitude, at an unknown speed. I have to sort out where we are and what's going on. So let's pull up that really big thing. Let me see if I can make it smaller. Come on. Alright, I'm going to go put it on the other screen so I might have a shot at reading it. No, come back here. There. Let's see. We are at 620 knots. We are approaching I don't know where. EGNJ and EGXC. We're going to try for EGXC, which is back in this direction. It's just amazing. I mean, just wicked amazing. Whee! There's apparently a bigger airport farther north across this bay. You know what? We have Mach 3 dash. Well, there's an even bigger airport over there. I don't know what that airport is, though. It's really weird. Well, we're going 661 knots right now, so you know what? We can make a 50 nautical mile dash. We're going to go this way. We're going to go for this bigger airport with what I'm hoping to be longer runways. So let's straighten her out, point her down, and light her up. 702, 710, 727, afterburners, come on, reheats are up, 780, 793, 800, 813. Remember how I complained about that XB-70? Yeah, we just blew through 900. Let's go to this view, look at this. Wouldn't that be awesome to see? Coming up on 1,000 knots right now. We just blew through 1,000 knots actually as I was saying that. Look at that. I mean, just nuts what is going on here. Okay, we're going out in altitude. Alright, let's... Throttle is cut. We're at 1,200 knots when we cut throttle. Now, let's see if it has any air brakes. It does actually have, oh look at that, the air brakes even have the British flag on them. How about that? Very nice. Spaceship, space shuttle, whatever, coming back to Earth orbit. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, 35, 35 nautical miles away from EGNX. I don't know the airport calls in the UK, so I have no clue where that is. But I think that's where we're going to go for, because I should be able to make a nice lined up approach to this runway, I hope. Have a fight with my nemesis, the Don't Sink Man, who yells at me no matter what I do. We are going down at 2,000 feet per second, but whatever, you know. We're at 700 knots. we are rattling windows and shaking towns all across part of the UK right now. Alright. Throttle her down. There's an airport somewhere in this general vicinity. Somewhere. Alright, let's bring her around. So we just dropped below 700 knots. That's awesome. Alright, let me get my mouse over here so I can zoom in. Okay, so we're within 20 nautical miles of the airport. 15 nautical miles from the edge of the ILS slope marker. We need to lose some serious altitude. Not too much though, mind you. Oh, I think I see a control tower. Alright, we need to put some air brakes on. One thing I've noticed, this thing appears to be very slick. Meaning, slippery. Well, I mean, just that. It looks very slippery, it acts very slippery. Alright, so we've just dropped 400 knots. We're approaching 300 right now. Going down below 275. At 250, I'm going to close the brakes. Alright, 250, brakes are closed. I think I see runway ahead. Okay, I closed the brakes. I have the throttle chopped all the way down. We immediately accelerated. We're at 275, so brakes are coming back out. Better look at this. Alright, we're 5 nautical miles from the end of the glide slope. I have visual on the runway. I'm flying a wickedly crazy looking aircraft. Okay, I sort of see those lights, but honestly I can't tell if there's white and red there, so we're just going to kind of lope along here. Let's go ahead and try to gears. Called for gears. Gears are coming down. Look at that. Crazy looking plane. If I had to have one complaint right now, it would be that takeoff with the gears not rolling on the ground. Okay, I got to throttle up, dropping speed. I'm going to deploy a little bit of flap. Modulating at 213 knots right now. I'm entering ILS glide slope now. How about that? Look at this, guys. It's sort of making some specter of a reasonable approach. Look at this aircraft. It's just wicked. From the not from the control tower. From EJB and up there. Here we go. Can you imagine guiding this in? Yes, Spaceship One, you are clear for landing. Ooh, hello. See what happens when you go and you goof around away from the aircraft. Right, I'm not exactly on target for landing here. So to tell me I am above glide slope, but honestly, I'd rather be a little bit above glide slope right now with this plane. Okay, maybe not a lot of glide slope, so let's drop. Let's get some more flap out there. Okay, we're at full flap. Engines are spooling down, but I don't want them too low because I want to be able to just jam it and get out of here if I need to. Could you imagine doing this with a periscope? Remember, these guys would just be having a periscope, not a window like we have here, or a sunroof like we have here. Yeah, nice there. Coming in a little bit high.
Sink rate.
Shut up, sink rate, man.
Sink rate.
Okay. Alright, I need to get down now. If I'm going to make this landing.
Sink rate.
Hush.
Sink rate.
Hush.
Pull up.
Hey, I'm fine,
Pull up.
little dude. Yeah, I know, it's 2,000 feet a minute, but I can get out of it.
Pull up. Don't sink.
Oh, really? Really, really? Ugh. Alright, go ahead, raise your hands. How many of you knew that was going to happen? Yeah. You know, it was so good, but what can I say? I'm not the best pilot when it comes to these aircraft brakes. So, this is the Avro 730. The link is down below. Really, there's a couple things I don't like about it. First is those wheels. They look derp right now. The wing wheels are clipped into the ground, and the center landing gear is in a position that you'd expect if I had no weight on it, not that the aircraft was landed. My second issue is my position in this cockpit. I feel like I should be on the left or the right. I shouldn't be in the middle of it. And then my other complaint is really with the shift buttons, especially shift 4, which doesn't actually work, and really all of them, because they're just too big. But that is relatively minor. If you're looking for an awesome looking aircraft that never made it to flight, but oh my goodness, it looks like it belongs in space. Let me get away from that view. It looks like it belongs in space. This would really be that aircraft. I wonder if there's an exit that opens. Oh, there you go. There's your canopy. Oh, look at that. That would have been probably right. You would have. Maybe that was. You did have a ceiling thingy. Anyway, yeah, there you go. So Avro 730. It looks like a neat aircraft. A few minor quibbles, but other than that, it looks like it should be going today to space. Till next time, this has been DerTebbers with your Flight Simulator X Spotlight.